Hello everyone, welcome back to Daily Dice. Today's a long anticipated game, the Orcs against the...
Firstborn Space Marines, mate.
Yep, so it's a game that we've been planning for ages, 2,000 points, first one on the channel. Really looking forward to this. I haven't used the Orcs in a while and they're a great army to use, really fun. So with the new data slate changes and the new points, I've snuck a few more units in the list, which is nice. The Space Marines have got a nice little treatment out of it as well.
Yeah, I managed to get an extra red knot.
So can't complain with that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, mate. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath, and we'll be back in the list.
Trying to get us sponsored as well.
Hello, everybody. This is 2,000 points of my snakebite themed Orcs. My army rule is the War. Basically, I get to call it once per game. It lasts both turns, so I can call it in Richard's turn, it lasts till the end of mine. I call it in my turn, or it lasts to the end of Richard's. When you're in the War, you get +1 strength to your melee attacks, +1 attacks in combat, 5 up in run, and an advance in charge, RB wide, so it's pretty tasty. Also, I'm running them as a War tribe, because that's all I can do at the minute until the Codex drops. That basically gives them sustained hits 1 in melee. I'll quickly go over the list. So, starting off the list is my Warlords, Mosrog Scragbad. He's an absolute beat stick. He has a 4 pin vun, feel no pain, toughness 10. So he's tougher than a Rhino tank. And he is a beast in combat. So he'll be doing some ripping and tearing, hopefully. I've got loads of characters in this list. So I've got an Orc mech. He is just on his own. He's going to be hopefully healing some vehicles and giving them that +1 to hit with shooting. I've got a Weird Boy. He's just on his own. Going to be jumping around doing some actions. And I've given him the Cyborg body for the enhancement. So he has a 5 up feel no pain just in case he nearly blows his own head off. Then I've got a Beast Boss. He has got Follow Me Lads to give him that extra 2-inch movement. He is joining these 10 Beast Snaggers. The next character is a Pain Boss. He hasn't got an enhancement and he is joining these Beast Snaggers. He can heal someone at the end of his movement. 3 wounds, so it's pretty nice. If someone's running low on wounds, you can jump next to him and heal them. Then, have I got any more characters? No, I haven't. So it's just them 5. Oh, sorry, the Knob on Smasher Squig. I give him Head of Whoppers Kill Chopper. Just makes his weapon devastating wounds. And he's going to be joining this unit of Squig Ocker Boys. With 2 bomb squigs in there. Then I've got 2 units of 3 Squig Ocker Boys, both with a bomb squig in each. I've got a unit of Grots in a runt herd. I've got 3 units of Storm Boys. 1 has a claw, so that's the only claw Storm Boy I had. 3 units of them. And then I've got a mech gun. That's going to be a smasher gun, or smasher cannon. So I have the -3 AP and the 3 damage, which is pretty nice. D3 shots blast, so hopefully just sit on the back lines and pop a few maybe Terminators if I'm lucky. I've got a kill tank. This has dropped quite a few points, so I like to see how it does this game. I'm giving that the burster cannon. So 3d6 shots, a bit of orc shooting. Obviously with all that smoke Richard's got, it might struggle still, but if we can pop a few Terminators, you can't complain with that. And it has a transport capacity of 12, so I can shot some Beast Snaggers in. Last but not least, we have a Battle Wagon. He has a kill cannon, 4 big shooters, a lobber, and obviously the death roller. Then there's 2, there's a wrecking ball and a grabbing claw on it. You can't actually see them, but the orcs imagine they're there, so they are there. That is 2,000 points on the nose. So let's see how they do. And this is 2,000 points of Space Marines. Richard, what are we looking at, mate?
You're looking at my Firstborn army, which is very, very old.
Yes.
These are the Dark Hunters chapter. They're a second founding of White Scars.
Yep.
So the Speedy Boys, Because of Space Marine Army, you've got Oath of Moment, and I've actually brought my Oath of Moment with me.
Yep, cool.
So I'll put that next to whichever unit I'm going to be shooting at, so I don't forget.
Nice.
And then it's a Gladius task force, which means I get the combat doctrines. So I've got the Assault, Devastator, and Tactical Doctrine I can pick during the game. And we'll explain them when they come up.
Yeah. You can pick one of them once per turn, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
And
so for 3 of the 5 turns, I'll have a special rule affecting my army.
And you've got things that manipulate that, and you can use them with strats.
That's right, yeah.
Cool.
So if you want to go for who the Warlord is, it's a Space Marine Captain.
Yes.
With a Storm Shield and a Relic Blade.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got an enhancement called the Honor Vehement. I don't know how you pronounce it, mate, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That means he's got extra attack and strength. And then his special rule is that he gets a free battle tactic stratagem now because of the update.
Right.
And he also gets to do his finest hour. So he gives himself for 1 turn plus 3 attacks.
Cool.
So for 1 turn, he could have 11 attacks if you time it right.
So he could be nasty, yeah.
Chop Mozrog's head off.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Then for battle line, we've got Tactical Squad.
Yep.
With Power Fist and 2 and the Melter Weapons.
Yep.
Then you come to the other side, mate. I've got another Tactical Squad with a Rhino. This is my Plasma Squad.
Mm-hmm. So
Sergeant Plasma Pistol, Plasma Gun, Plasma Cannon.
Yep.
In a Rhino. Then I've got another Rhino with a squad of Stern Guard veterans in there. Yep. Now my captain was going to join them, but he can't anymore because he's firstborn. They don't want to deal with him being a little midge. So they've all got Stern Guard bolters, by the way. I'm not bothering mixing them up. Stern Guard bolters are better. So they've all just got Stern Guard bolters. Makes it easier as well for rolling dice.
Cool.
More squads wise, I've got 10 Sniper Scouts.
Yep.
They'll be their last run out before the next Space Marine Codex gets rid of them.
Yep.
But they're actually really good. They can't be targeted. They've got like lone operative.
Oh, nice.
So that's really cool because they're camo cloaks.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Last squad is a big squad of 10 Terminators.
Yep.
They've got 2 Cyclone missile launchers.
Cool.
Then vehicles-wise, we've got 2 Dreadnoughts.
Yep.
There's no such thing as a Venerable Dreadnought no more.
Right, just standard Dreadnoughts, yeah.
Yeah, both got twin las cannons. This one's got a Power Fist and a Storm Bolter. The other one's got a missile launcher. They've got a reroll 1s aura around them.
Right.
Like the old Captain rule from last edition.
The ancient, what's it called? Something of the Ancients?
Yeah, Wisdom of the Ancients, yeah. So we've got them, and then vehicles, we've obviously got the 3 Rhinos. Then at the back we've got a Whirlwind.
Yep.
And we've got a Vindicator.
Yeah, cool.
And I spruced all these up over the last couple of days, so they've all got WYSIWYG, they've all got Storm Bolters, they've all got Smoke Launchers, and they've all got Hunter Killers on them.
Love it.
So that's the list, mate. I actually think it's quite a decent list considering it's firstborn.
Tell you what, can't complain with it, mate.
But I think they're probably going to get duffed up by orks.
I hope so. Right, that is the game and cards ready. Primary mission, priority targets. So basically, in your command phase, in your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th battle round, you get 5 points for each objective you hold, to a maximum of 10 points. So basically 2 objectives. At the end of the battle, so there's no like first, second turn thing. It's basically end of the battle, you get 15 if you hold, and you get 5 for each, to a max of 15. The mission rule is basically we got to deploy our own objective markers, and we rolled off, and I won that. So I deployed 3, Richard deployed 2. Deployment, Dawn of War. So nice and easy. The battlefield is set on this Mechanicus world. The Space Marines got a signal saying that they were in trouble. They didn't know what by. When they landed on the planet, Mozrog and his snake bites were waiting. So basically, these are the deployments. All my orks lined up in there, and Richard's over here. The terrain, there's 3 ruins. So in this quarter, we've done like a footprint with the pipes. So basically that's classed as obscure and you can't see through it unless you're inside it. Then we've got this one in the middle and this one in Richard's deployment zone. Again, I've done like a little board around it so you can see. And then we've got these pipelines, which are basically, if you're infantry, you get a save if you're 3 inches within it. Got some pipelines over here and here and there. Deployments, objectives, sorry. I've put 1 there in no man's land, 1 there in no man's land, and 1 there in my deployment zone. Richard's put one there, no man's land, and one there, this deployment zone. The way I've set up, basically, put a mech gun here, hid behind this, just so there's a little bit of line of sight for him. Vehicles both behind here to try and get in range, maybe get some shooting on some of them juicy targets. The 2 units of 3 Squigog boys, front line in it, just to run some objectives. I might get some secondaries where I need 2 actions on them, something like that. These are all hid behind these pipelines. So I've got a unit of the 6 Squigog boys with a knob and smasher. The Grots just holding this objective, my deployment zone, and Mosrog himself. In Deep Strike, I've got 3 units of Storm Boys, and in each vehicle I've got the War Boss in his unit of the Beast Boss, in his unit of Beast Snaggers in here. They are with the mech, and then in here I've got the Pain Boss and his Beast Snaggers in here, and they are with the Weird Boy in there. Richards, how have you deployed, my friend?
Okay, we'll start at your end where you are.
Yep.
Vindicator at the end of the deployment zone and fully 10 inches in.
Yep.
Got the Rhino with the plasma squads parked on this side of this pipe work.
Yep.
They're within range of the objective.
Cool.
Then we've got a little bit of a gun line, bit sat back, just in case any orcs decide to hit the nitrous button and charge across the battlefield at them.
Yeah.
So they're going to sit because we don't know who's going first.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm telling you now, I'd love to go first.
I know you'd love to go first. If I'm deployed far enough back and you can't get me first turn with much stuff, I don't mind going second, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got to take your big burster.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm not too worried about anything else you can do.
Basically, I want to set myself up in turn 1 for turn 2 onwards.
Of course. You don't want to do the war turn 1?
Definitely.
Oh, you're going to scream war, by the way? No.
Leave that one with me.
Don't be screaming war. I'll never be here again. 2 rhinos in the centre, captain with tactical squad, stern guard in the other one.
Yep, cool.
Then we've got another dreadnought, looking at nothing. Where's everyone gone, he says. Where is everyone? My legs are too stumpy to get the other side of the board. We got scouts up on this building.
Chilling.
Because someone's given them a data slate and it's got a picture of a storm boy on it and watch out for these. So this guy's like this. You know what I mean? And then we got a whirlwind sat in the ruin here.
All objective, all game I'm guessing, and shooting out of line of sight.
He's got a picture of a bunch of grots on his shoot grots with whirlwind.
Nice. So we might as well go live on the first.
I've got your dice out ready for it as well.
Oh, you're a lovely man.
And I got the objective, so it's clear. Do you want me to roll first?
Go for it.
I'll go first. A 2?
I like it.
Mate.
Right, Richard's turn 1. He drew deploy teleport homer. That's basically do an action with a unit in either the centre of an objective, centre of the battlefield, or in the opponent's deployment zone. If you do the centre, you get 3 points. Deployment zone, you get 5 points. Secure no man's land. Basically get 2 objectives in no man's land. So Richards, what have you done there?
Okay, so the whirlwind hasn't moved.
Yep.
Oh, what I've done, let's talk about Space Marine things in general first. So, doctrines-wise, I've entered the Devastator Doctrine, so I could advance and still shoot, which is what some of my units needed to get line of sight. So my scouts needed it to move across the ruin so they can see some squig hogs.
Yep.
Same for my Dreadnought. My Terminators have advanced up so they can see some squig hogs.
Yep.
Dreadnought hasn't really moved. Rhino hasn't moved. The Vindicator has moved because I realised that I could see that unit of squig hogs at the back. It's got a smash a squig in there. So if I've put off of moment on that unit of squig hog boys, hoping that maybe I can get a little sneaky down the side of the ruin shot with a Vindicator cannon and knack them. So I guess it's shooting, mate. The rhinos do deploying the teleport homer.
Yeah, so you don't actually have to be wholly within it, says. So
no, just as long as you're within 6, so they're going to do that. So there's no shooting for that. We can't see anything anyway. So
he's just doing a little action. First bit of shooting, the Vindicator, straight down line into these Squiggle boys.
Just roll over here if you want, mate.
Go for it. So I've played Hard as Nails,
and I've played Storm of Fire for ignore cover and extra AP.
Yeah, so basically, I don't get a save. So shots.
So it's going to be 1 + 3 + 1, so it'll be 5 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on freeze.
Rerolling.
Yeah, so reroll them 2. Yeah, so it's 4 hits.
Wound on freeze, rerolling.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's 3 of them. Go straight to damage.
Cool. So I'll just be doing the field.
So
first bit of damage.
So the first shell is 4 damage.
So I do 4 5-ups. No, so there's 1 dead.
Yeah, the second shot does 4 damage.
4 5-ups. That's 2 dead.
Yeah, and the third shell does 2 damage.
2 damage. 5-ups. Not 1 5-up.
So the storm bolt.
2 shots with a storm bolt. Let's see if you can take that last wound.
Yeah, so it's 1 hit.
Rolling.
2 hits, and then you said the toughness 7.
Toughness 7 -1.
With minus or 6s, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, 1 wounded. Just 1 wound, it could kill him though.
Any minus?
It'll be -1 because of the strat.
Yeah, and it ignores cover, yeah.
And it ignores cover.
So 5 up.
Nice. Yeah, so
Hunter killer.
So the hunter killer missile hit. It wounded. It's going to be ignore and cut. Yeah, you're not going to get a save against it. I don't think. I'm sure it's -2, mate, and then it's got extra AP, and then it's got ignore cover.
Yeah, so it'll yeah. So you might as well just go for it. D6 damage.
Yeah. 2
damage. Get 2 5s.
Nice.
Plasma cannon from that rhino unit inside into these squiggle boys here.
Is that a 3 or a 5?
Is what, 3 or 5?
The plasma cannon, is it D3 or D6?
No idea, mate. Right, 3 shots, so hitting on 3s, even though it's heavy, he's BS4, so...
Yeah, so the plasma cannon, so hits on 3s against the squig hogs. Just 2, it's 1 hit. Roll wound. Yeah,
threes.
Wounded it. It's going to be -3.
3, so go straight through.
Yeah.
How much damage?
2.
2, so 5 ups. So 1 goes through.
See if my tank gets injured. Oh, it
3
takes
damage.
3 damage.
Terminators all the firepower they've got into these 3 squig boys. So the missiles.
4 crack missiles. 3 hits.
Nice.
Strength 10. Yeah, strength 10 out there. 3 wounds, mate.
3 wounds minus
2. I don't know. Missile launcher crack. It's -2, mate.
-2, so it'll be -1 because there's 2 that are in cover there.
Yeah, no problem.
So 5 ups, 3 go through there, you say?
Yeah, 3 5-ups, yeah.
First one saves it. Second one doesn't. What's the damage on that?
D6.
D6, do you want to roll it?
Yeah. 1.
1, so 5 up, kill no pain.
You made it.
Made it. And the last one, 5 up. No. Damage.
1 again.
1, 5, kill no pain. No. So he's down to 1 wound remaining. Stormbolters shot down line and actually killed a squigog and got one onto 1 wound. So now the dreadnought.
Try and finish him off, yeah. So it's
the last time, yeah.
crack missile first.
Right.
Yeah, hit. Wounded.
Nice.
-2.
-2, so 5 up. 1 in cover.
Yeah.
No damage.
D6 damage. 4 damage.
So I need 4 5 ups. No fun. Last cannon.
Last cannons.
Squigog.
The last squig hog rider. Hit. Wounded. It's
Nice.
That is AP -3, mate.
That's 3, so I've got 1. So this one isn't in cover, so it just goes straight through. So damage.
D6 +1. Set there 5.
5, so I need to get some feel no pains here, otherwise, has the unit gone? Just the wound exactly. Scout snipers are shooting into this next unit of squigog boys. You're not liking these squigogs?
No, they need to get rid of them, mate. So it's the red dice, the sniper rifles, blue ones, the crack missile.
Go for it.
3s and 4s.
Yep. You get to reroll 1.
And I get to reroll 1s because the dreadnought's in aim better. So they aim slightly better.
Nice.
The missile missed though.
Let's just roll it.
Yeah. And then these will be 5s to wound.
Yep, cool.
I don't no, just bounce off those tough squigs.
Take it. Twin last cannon.
At the squig hog riders. You hit. You wounded. -3.
So they're in cover, so 6. 1.
D6 +1 damage.
Yep.
So 6 damage.
6, so there's 4. Yeah, you kill one.
Do it anyway.
Whirlwinds.
Fire indirectly into those squig hogs, so it's going to be D6 plus 3 shots.
Go for it.
What fucking
Reroll.
Dust things. Yep. So what did I say it was? Plus 3, so that's 8 shots.
Nice.
Hitting on 4s. So 4s to hit.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Holy averages, Batman. And then it'd be freeze to wound.
Yep.
Is that
2 wounds,
2, I think. Yeah, 2 at -2.
-2.
So -1.
Yep, 5 ups.
That's 4 damage, mate.
4 damage. So first one kills 1. Second one.
No. In total, so you just lost a squig.
Right. Right. Yeah. Cool. Right. So Richard got to play teleport armors for 3 victory points, and he's going to get rid of that for a CP. So on to Ork's turn. So, start of my turn, engage on all fronts. Very hard one for turn 1 because I've left one of my corners very empty, and obviously I can't drop down with anything yet. It's my turn 1. No prisoners, I need to kill units, get 2 VP for each unit I kill. So, hard cards to use to get on this turn 1 for Orks, especially with Orc shooting, but see what we can do. Basically, movements. Pop this mech gun out so you can get line of sight on probably the Dreadnought. He's just hid behind this building with his bomb squig. The 2 tanks have moved so they can draw some line of sight on the Vindicator and the Terminators and get a bit of cover as well from these buildings. Jumped out with a mech so this can hit on a 4 and also that can hit on a 4 now it's in half range, so hitting on 4s with them.
Oh, he's put the buff onto the battle wagon.
Yes, and that's already hitting on 4s as well.
Right, roger that.
Which, to be fair, you have a point actually. If I put it on that,
I'll counter it with smoke.
Yeah. So I can still hit on 4s with that. Yeah, there'll be 2 on it.
That's right. Yeah.
That is interesting.
That is my plan. If you try and shoot something with that big cannon or that gun, I'm going to pop smoke. If you shoot my Terminators, I'll play Armor of Contempt.
Yeah.
If you shoot a tank, I'll pop smoke.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Do you know what? I'll put it on this. So it's technically on freeze. Obviously, you can't modify.
Watch me not play either of those.
I know.
Mind games.
They have stayed here. I've kept the tank in 3 inches of this, so it can. If they're killed in my turn, I can still hold it.
They got you an extra CP as well, didn't they?
They got me an extra CP, so I'm on 2. I've had to start pushing forward, so Mozrog's had to go forward. He's in line of sight for Richard's turn, but I need to push my Orks. At this point, it's calling the Warks. I'm a little bit too far away. And also, I mean,
are we going to tell everybody? Are we going to tell everybody what just happened?
So Richard's basically, I think, won the game from this one move.
With an Overwatch.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. So as you can see now, there's only a knob on Smash Squig there. The Vindicator shot Overwatch at it. What I thought was I needed them forward. If I hide down the side of the building and kill the Vindicator in my turn, and then they're safe from the shooting in Richard's turn. Obviously not when there's a Vindicator shooting Overwatch and getting 5 6s to hit.
Yes, because it's got over movement on them.
Over moment, so I mean, it killed the 3 other Squigog boys that were here. I mean, that's the thing with this game. There's nothing you can really do about it. And sometimes the dice just go your way. So it's going to be a real push for the Orks now. I mean, I've got a few stuff in reserve, I've got a few stuff in them tanks, but they're not very punchy stuff. My punchy stuff was the Squigog boys. And on paper, with a 4 up save, a toughness 7, -1 to wound, and a 5 up, feel no pain, it just shouldn't have happened. Maybe
that's what I said, mate, wasn't it? I said I needed to strip away your Squigog boys from your army.
I mean, on paper, I should have quite a few Squigog boys left, but it is what it is. Maybe I should have just kept them a slight bit more this way, and then they've been hid behind the ruin and they wouldn't have got shot. So, I mean, maybe my own fault with deployment there. But let's see what I can do in my turn. I'll do a little bit of shooting, probably be no charging. That'll probably be Hawk's turn 1, so I'll get back. Right, first bit of Hawk shooting. So the kill tank levels its burster cannon at the Vindicator.
What's your problem with my Vindicator, like?
I've got issues with the Vindicator, especially with the Iron Warriors one as well. I just don't like Vindicator.
I've got a bone to pick.
So 3d6 shots with the burst cannon.
There you go, mate.
I'm going to CP it. I mean...
Oh, yeah, of course.
At this
Oh, did you get to roll all 3 dice again?
Yeah,
I didn't
CP
realise.
it's just
That's cool.
re-roll it, yeah. I mean...
That's better.
I think I'm going to change these dice to be fair soon. 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. So it's...
Plus anything, or is it just 3d6?
Nah, it's blast, but it's obviously...
Yeah, cool. 6,
7, 8. This will be hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, 5 hits, above average.
Strength 14.
So 3s, mate.
We're doing on 3s. Nice. 4. So
4 wounds, yeah.
Saves because you pop smoke.
Is it AP minus what is it minus?
Minus 2, so minus 1, so 4 up.
3 up? Vindicators
oh, the 2 up usually.
Yeah, 2 up, mate.
Oh, nice. So 3 ups. Oh, that is awful for me.
3 up saves. Mate, sound.
And it does nothing. The other gun hitting on...
all of them hit, mate.
4s. I think this one hits on 4s as well. I don't know if it's just the burst cannon on it. But either way, I don't think it's going to do much really, is it? 1 save, no minus, or 2 up.
Yeah, sound.
Then the next vehicle. I mean, I'll shoot into that as well, but this is pretty bad going. Could go into the Terminators, might be a bit better. Damage 2. I'll get back to it. So after that flop from the kill tank, battle wagon, it's just going to go into the Terminators. I mean, I still be hitting on 5s. I'll be hitting the Vindicator on 6s, and I get a few more shots. I get an extra 2 because it's blast. So see what I can do against that. So it'll be D6 plus 5 shots. So 4.
9 shots.
9 shots, yeah. So 4, 8, 9, and we are hitting on 5s. Not too bad, about average. A little bit better. 4, and then wounding on 2. Oh, toughness 5 now, aren't you? So
yeah, so 3s.
3s. 2 wounds minus 2.
Might get a cover.
2 4-ups.
Because you can't.
Yeah, so if you take it on the ones in cover, so I mean.
Yeah, so 3s.
Yep.
They're fine.
Yeah, nothing. I'll do the last bit of shooting. The smasher gun is going into the dreadnought. So D3 shots, 2 shots, hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. 1 hits, wounds, minus 3, so 5 up.
Minus 3, yeah, so 5 up. Oos!
So end of turn, there's not much of a recap to do. Engage on all fronts I'll get rid of for a CP. No prisoners, do you know what? I'll get rid of, don't want it, get out of my sight. So that turn, all I did was take 2 wounds off a Terminator with the big shooters off that, which I didn't record.
But if you want to feel even worse,
go on.
I did more damage to my own army than you did.
Yours. Yeah.
When I overcharged my plasma cannon.
I mean, we'll carry on the game, but when you're sort of at this stage, I mean, let's see what Richard can do in his turn. Richard's turn 2. Assassination, no prisoners. Some good cards, Rich, just means...
when you were on the toilet, I rigged all of them secondaries.
Yeah. No! And basically, I mean, no prison assassination. He wants to assassinate a character. No prisoners, kill a unit for 2 points. 2 points for a maximum of 5. So basically, Rich just wants to be killing stuff, which is good for the position he's in because it saves him having to do actions and losing out on some of his weapons or going into corners and losing out on some of his range. He can literally just shred my army apart with the guns he has left and put me very far on the back foot. Richard, what have you done movement-wise?
Terminators have moved forward to within rapid fire range of the kill tank. The kill tank has the Oath of Moment on it as well, so reroll hits and wounds against the big boy. There's no doctrines this turn. I didn't really see... And I figured wait until the orks have made their move.
Yeah, you don't need to fall back and charge. You don't need to advance and charge.
Moved up with the Vindicator.
Yep. Could be getting some assassination just by killing that knob.
I was thinking about running him over.
Right.
With tank shock.
Yeah.
See what happens. Rhino's deployed his tactical squad there, just going to shoot through and help against the kill tank.
Yep.
Dreadnought's still at the back, giving his aura to anyone who might need it.
Yep.
Stern Guard are still on Stormboy patrol.
Yep. A little searchlight.
Yeah, they were keeping an eye out for him. The rhinos advanced through the ruin. The top hatch has popped open, and 2 guys with melter guns have popped out the top.
Is that a multi-melter and a single melter?
There's a single melter and a multi-melter.
Cool.
Dreadnought's just slowly advancing up with his little stumpy midge legs.
Getting closer and closer to that objective.
Yeah, snipers are eyeing up some mech gun grots, and then Whirlwind is thinking about lighting up some grots this turn.
Nice, I like it.
So shooting, mate.
Cool. First bit of shooting, Whirlwind is going straight across the battlefield into them grots.
So it'll be D6 plus 5. Yeah?
Yeah, it's usually D6 plus 3, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That's 11 hit.
Right, so 11 shots, 4s then 2s.
4s then 2s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 hits though.
Something.
3 wounds, mate.
3 yes.
Minus 2.
Scout snipers are levelling their sniper rifles onto this poor, lonely little mech gun. Go on,
Die.
2s and 3s because they're heavy.
So the missile launcher missed, but all the snipers hit.
They're not heavy now.
It is heavy, but it's only heavy 4+.
Go.
So toughness was it, mate?
5.
Toughness 5. So 5s and 6s then. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's lovely rolling from you.
Minus something. Minus 2.
Minus 2. I think. Did I say 5 up save or a 4 up? I think it's a 5 up, but I'll roll anyway. Yeah. So either way, wrecks him. I don't think he blows. Don't even matter if he does. What should we see for the crack? Dreadnought's las cannon.
Frame!
Into the arse of a battle wagon.
Hit it. Wounded it. Double 6.
Minus 3.
So minus 2.
Yep.
Yeah, mate.
Right. 2 melter shots from that rhino.
Out the top hatch.
Into the kill tank.
Give it hell. So that's 1 hit. 2 misses. Off of moment. It's 2 hits.
Yep.
So now it's going to be 5s to wound it.
Yep.
It's 1 wound. Roll again. Off demands it. That's 1 at minus 4, mate.
Minus 4, so go straight through.
Yep. Okay. So D6 plus 2.
Yep.
It's only 3 damage, mate.
3 damage. Nice. So he's down to 21.
From the
Hunt the killer from the... What's it from?
the rhino.
This is...
Hits. It's strength 12.
Get me.
Yeah, I'm good.
Flying all over it.
Yeah, super excited, aren't I? What's its toughness? Is it 12?
Toughness 12.
So 4s. Yeah, try again. Nope, the Hunt the killer bounces
Bit of
off.
luck. This is what we need. This orky luck.
Last
cannons off the dreadnought.
Missile launcher first.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I keep getting super excited. He missed. Try again. Hit it. Wounded it. That's minus 2.
Yep. Minus 2, so it'll be a 5 up. No, damage.
D6 damage. 4 damage.
Oh, nice. So he's down to 18.
17.
17, yeah.
Yeah. Let me do the last cannon. Yeah, last cannon. Hits. Doesn't wound. It's twin linked and...
So, as you can see, all the shooting from the Space Marines have killed the kill tank. The kill tank rolled a 6 to blow up.
So why is it here?
And he used Kareen.
Oh no.
He drove away from all my units. I'm in range of the Terminators, the Rhino, the Vindicator. It's D6 plus 2 damage on each unit.
Kablamo!
So I should probably change dice.
Do you want to roll it next to my unit over here, mate?
Yeah, shall I?
Yeah, you might as well, mate.
So 3 dice here. Terminators, 6.
Oh!
That tank there, 6. Oh, it's gone. 6. It's a 2.
Rhino?
That was for the Rhino. And then the Vindicator, a 2. So they've took 4 damage, 4 damage, 8 damage.
Ooh, nasty.
Right, last bit of shooting. The Vindicator into the Snob on Smasher Squig.
Snob!
Snob on Smasher Squig.
3 plus 3.
So 6 shots.
I'm a dice shot, mate. So it'll be 3s to hit you.
Yep.
That's 5 hits, and then it'll be 2s to... What toughness? Oh, yeah, it'll be 2s.
2s, yeah.
Yeah, 2s. Only 2 to save, mate.
2 to save. What's the
AP minus 3.
Minus 3, so it goes straight through. What's the damage?
2d6, mate.
Yep, so 2d6, and I'll just not feel no pains.
8.
Yeah, he's dead. There's 4 there. Dead. Knob. And that gets you...
no prisoners. No prisoners, yeah.
Yeah, 4 for no prisoners, 5 for assassination, I'm guessing, so some good secondary. Right, some good secondary scoring for Richard. Assassination, like we say, 5 points. No prisoners, 4 points for killing 2 units. You did kill 2, didn't you? You killed the mech gun as well.
All right, so I get
your
5.
Full 5 for that, so full 10 points. Richard is flying. So in my turn, I really
go
need
firstborn.
to hit.
Go firstborn.
So my turn 2. Deploy teleport armor. So I need to do deploy one of them in the centre of the battlefield for 3 points, or in the deployment Richard's deployment zone for 5. Extend battle lines. I need 1 objective out in no man's land and 1 objective in my deployment zone. So movement. There's a lot happened. Basically, I've called the war. I'm not screaming it. Do you want to do it for me?
No, because I'm not a loser.
Called the war. So these advanced out of the battle wagon and they're getting ready to charge this. I want to try and wrap it and make him struggle to get out. So he has to do some more tests. I think he has to do the desperate escape or whatever it is, where it's the 6-inch, I think it's called. These didn't get out the battle wagon. These were the ones that came out the kill tank. These are out the battle wagon and advanced. So they're close to the Terminators now to maybe get a charge on them. Choppers might struggle cutting through their armour, but see what we can do. Bosrog just went on there to get that Vindicator and try and do a bit of damage on that. The battle wagon came and grabbed this objective and is going to fight the Dreadnought. The mech has followed him. The Grot stayed there, and then I've dropped in 2 units of Storm Boys. So they've both got 9-inch charges to the scouts. Basically, Richard screened all his back lines, so I couldn't get in there with Storm Boys, and I can't get in there with even my Weird Boy out of there because it's just too tight, the screening, so I couldn't even just get 1 base. So I can't do the deploy teleport arms behind his lines, but I can save them for if he has to come forward in the later turn. So some shooting, it won't be much, and then we'll get back in the charge phase. Right, the shooting done. Everything from the battle wagon went into the Dreadnought and took 4 wounds off it. Was it 4 wounds?
Yeah, 4 wounds, leaving it on 4 wounds, yeah.
Leaving it on 4 wounds. And the only thing that could shoot was Mozrog. He shot into the Rhino and didn't take anything off it. So charge phase, I'll get back to you at the end of it. Right, charge phase. Didn't go too bad. So the battle wagon got in with the Dreadnought. These boys got on there and wrapped that. Them boys got in and Mozrog got in. I did 2 rolls for them, didn't get a 9, and then I did a re-roll as well for a CP and didn't get a 9, sadly. So
and then rolled a 9 for every other charge that you did.
Yep. So these are sitting ducks. That just sums up my game, mate. So we'll see how the combat. So our first bit of combat, these Beast Snagger boys and the Beast boss are putting everything into these Terminators. We're using Unbridled Carnage, so it's sustained hits on 5s. I just need to get as much damage through in these as I can. Richard's played Armour Contempt, so he's got 2 up saves, so it's going to be hard getting them through, but if I can kill, 3 Terminators, I'll be more than happy, but I think it might be looking more at 1, maybe 2 on a push. Right, end of my turn. I'll quickly go through the combat as well, because I did the first one, I forgot to go through all the others. But I did that off camera, I'll quickly go through it. So deploy teleport armor, obviously I got for 3 VP. Extend battle lines, I got for 5 VP. So the combats, he killed the Dreadnought. I ended up using a strat. I should use it to charge phase, but Richard has off. It was the not random speed, was it?
Tank shock.
Tank shock, that's it. Tank shock killed the Dreadnought. He's doing the teleport in the middle. There killed the tank because they wrapped it. He had to roll a dice for each model inside, and for any 1, 2, or 3 suffered mortal wounds.
And I rolled absolutely terribly.
Rolled terrible, lost 5 Marines, but the good thing about it is he managed to jump out 6 inches and actually grab this.
Yoink.
Could have piled in and into him, but he just got all them attacks on me. And to be honest, I would have done that if he didn't have the doctrine where he can fall back and still, is it shoot and charge?
Tactical Marines can do it anywhere.
Tactical Marines can do it anyway, so lose for me in that scenario. These managed to kill 2 Terminators, was it?
They killed 2 Terminators.
2 Terminators, and then he killed 3 orks back. Pretty bad rolling. I used a
Used all your CP, didn't you?
Nails, yeah, to try and keep him alive, which I did. So good times. And unbelievably, Mosrog didn't do one speck of damage to that tank. That's with the jaws. It would have been 5s to devastating wounds for the jaws, and that would have done 4 damage a pop. His gut ripper, sorry, that would have done 5 damage a pop. His gut ripper would only be -1. He just saved 4 saves on 3-ups. I think that really is the nail in the coffin there with Mosrog. If I killed that, I think I still would have been struggling, but I think it would have kept me in the game. With Richard having fall back and shoot and having that still running about on hitting on its normal stats, I mean, it's bad news for me.
I think there might be an awful moment getting put on Mosrog in a second.
I can imagine so as well. So, back at you in Richard's turn. Richard's turn 3. Engage on all fronts. That's all the quarters. You get 3 points for 3 quarters. In 5 points or 5 quarters. Is that right? Yeah. Overwhelming force. Kill units off objectives. So, Richard, what are you doing in your movement there?
Stern guard disembarked from the Rhino. They've moved up towards the ruin to engage these beast snaggers.
Yep.
Oh, my captain hasn't moved. He's on objective.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's happy where he is.
Cool.
Dreadnought's moved up to get line of sight of Mosrog. Mosrog has the Oath of Moment on him. Yep. I entered the tactical doctrine to allow my Vindicator to fall back and still shoot.
Yep.
Rhino moved up to capture his objective. The tactical squad have moved round to rapid fire Mosrog.
Yeah.
Scout snipers and the Whirlwind have stayed where they are.
Of course.
They're happy just shooting from here.
Cool.
So that's my movement, mate. So onto my shooting now.
Cool. So get back to the shoot. Right. Another thing. Richard actually moved these forwards. He said it's pointless having that objective because
I forgot that the beast snaggers would be attacking first in combat. Yeah, so I thought I might as well go
charge with these and do some damage.
I'm going to do the finest hour with my captain and hack some dudes up.
Yeah. Cool.
But now we're shooting. Yeah.
Onto shooting. Yep.
My tactical marines have moved around. I've played the grenade stratagem, so 6 dice. Cool. Any 4+, Mosrog takes a mortal wound.
Cool.
So that's 4 mortal wounds, mate.
Cool. I'll just quickly do my 4 shrugs. 4 ups. Save 2. So he takes 2 wounds, he's down to 7 wounds. Right, so shooting phase.
Overcharged plasma gun.
I've used hardest nails for -1 to wound. Trying as much
so missed
saving as I can.
Well, that was a hit. Yeah. So these are going to go to strength 8. Your toughness is 10.
Yep.
So 5 so goes to 6s. Yeah.
Yep.
With a plasma gun to wound. Christ.
Tough boy. Rerolling for Oath of Moment.
Yeah, that's a so beyond your invulnerable save.
4 up. He gets it.
Yeah, the plasma cannon.
Yep.
2 shots. 1 hit. 2 hit. That was a 6 as well on the floor. What was that one, mate?
Both miss, re-rolling both.
Lots of.
So the rest of the bolt are shot and the Rhino shot. Nothing happened. Onto the Vindicator.
Yeah. So the Vindicator's going to fire its storm or can't. Right? So storm bolt and its big cannon, but big cannon first. Big cannon first. It's D6 plus 3.
Yep.
Yeah. So 7 shots.
Nice. So this could take out Mosrog.
Yeah. So it'll be freeze to hit. Oh dear.
Rolling. It's a good job you got that off on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible, even with off a moment. So it's strength 14, so it would be 3, so 4s.
4s, yeah. Reroll them 2.
That's 3 invulnerable saves for you, mate.
3, 4 ups. That's them all.
Oh, mate, that's good.
Dreadnought levels his las cannon and his missile.
Missile launcher first. Missed. So rolled. Las cannon.
Las cannon is the important one.
Missed. Oh my god. Oh no.
The Rhino's hunt a killer. Flying through. Does it hit target? It hits. Does it wound?
No.
Rerolling for Oath of Moment.
Did.
With -1.
-1, it would be a 3+.
So it's 10.
Yeah, it's strength 12, isn't it?
Strength 12, is it?
I'm sure it's strength 12.
Reroll check.
It's strength 14.
Nice. So it did wound 4 invuln.
Hooray!
What's the damage on that? 'Cause I might.
You can't, you got no CP, mate. Ah, but I do.
So go on, do your damage.
D6, mate.
Nice. Don't be too high, please.
A CP.
You might as well.
Last CP. Get out of here. Give me a different coloured dice. Thought it was a 1 already. Wait, you can't surely roll a 1 again.
Another 1.
You know the rule of CP rerolls. It always rolls the same amount, don't you? Oh, then you got feel no pain against this, haven't you?
Yeah.
3, mate.
3. So 3, 4 ups. Save 1.
So it's down to 5, yeah.
Right. He finished off his shooting. He put the stern guard into these beast snaggers that were here. I lost 8 of them, I believe. These went into Mozrog in the bit of split fire. The melter went into these. Didn't do out to Mozrog. The snipers went into these and killed 2 of them. And the whirlwind went into them and killed 1 of them in the other squad. So not as much killed as he was hoping, but now it's the charge phase. Right, the charging's done. That tactical squad went straight into Mozrog. The Dreadnought and this tactical squad went into them beast snaggers, so they can get to attack first because the beast snaggers would have been hitting the Terminators first. That Stern Guard squad went into that mech. And that's it for charging. So where do you want to start, Richard?
You have no CP, so you can't interrupt.
No CP to interrupt.
Might as well just see if I can drag down Scrag.
Might as well. So we'll start over there. Get back to you. Combat. Basically, we've just done it all off camera. Just flew through it. They took 1 wound off Mozrog. Mozrog killed 4 in return. Over here, it didn't manage to kill how many of them? Was it 3 of them? Or maybe 4 of the beast snagger boys. Not a great amount. I killed 2 Terminators in return. These lads killed the mech. And that is all the combats. So at the end of Richard's turn, 2 seconds all around. So end of Richard's turn, he gets engaged on all fronts for 3 CP, and you're getting rid of that. VP, ignore me. But you get 1 CP because you're getting rid of that, yeah?
That's right, mate, yeah.
Cool. So we'll be back in my turn 3. So Orcs, turn 3. Storm hostile objective, assassination. Assassination will be a struggle. Storm hostile objective, I just need to take an objective off Richard. So basically, movement, I've put all my Storm boys that were here over here, so we can grab that objective off him, and we're going to charge the scout snipers with all of them. And if I kill him, maybe tag the whirlwind. Over here, I've surrounded these. Well, I say surrounded. There's more of them than there is of me. But I've put the beast. What's he called? The Squigog boy there with his little bomb squig. He can finally use a bomb squig. In the beast boss and the beast snagger boy, ready to charge him as well. Over here, I've kept the Gretchen here, and I've dropped in 5 more storm boys. The last to drop in. They're going to try and charge this Vindicator. Won't kill it, probably, but I mean, if I can tag it and just still bite at it all game, try and kill it, that'd be great. Mozrog stayed here. This unit have fell back. He's healed Mozrog of 3 wounds, and this guy has grabbed that objective off Richard because they're both OC2. I've done the leadership checks. These passed, Mozrog passed. Them 2 over there failed. Is what it is. So yeah, I've took all Richard off all the primary. So hoping that I'll catch back up that way. But we'll see how this turn goes. So I'll get back to you at the end of shooting. Also, another quick thing. I've shuffled the battle wagon forward. It can still hold this, and it can still charge them scouts. So I might as well do as much damage as possible with that as I can. Right, that's the shooting done. He put his kill cannon into the whirlwind, took 2 wounds off it. Put all his shooters and his lobber into the stern guard and killed 2 of them. The bomb squig went into the stern guard and did D3 mortal wounds. Got a roll of 6, so I got 3 wounds through on him. So how many did I kill there, actually? Killed 1.5 through the bomb squig.
You killed 2.5.
2.5, yeah. Cool. And then that's it for shooting. So it'll just be charge phase. So we'll get back at the end of the charge. I'll tell you what, quickly tell you what charging what. He's charging them. Them 2 units of Storm Boys are charging them. These 2 units are charging the Stern Guard. They can't charge out because they fell back. Mosra can't do out. And these Storm Boys are charging the Vindicator. Right, so these all got into combat with them. Them 3 Storm Boys tagged the Whirlwind as well with one of them. These both got in here. That's all going on over there. And these failed the 9-inch charge. So I've got 2 CP, but I just don't want to risk rerolling it. I kind of need them CP for defensive things and for unbridled carnage for the 5s to get sustained hit somewhere, maybe over here. So I'll get back to you at the end of the combat. So end of combat, and there's blood everywhere. Mosrog didn't manage to kill them. He cut through some. I put unbridled carnage on him because I couldn't do it on the squad I wanted because I forgot the we're battle shocked. So I managed to kill 3 of them, I think, with Mosrog. Then these killed about 3 or 4 of the Stern Guards, and then in return he's killed one of my Beast Snagger boys. I killed 9 of the scouts, left 1 alive, and don't think I took any wounds off the Whirlwind. So yeah, they're all the combats. I'll get back to you in the roundup. So secondary objectives, I got Storm Assault objective for 5 points. Assassination, even I won't get a CP for it because I've already got one for my at the beginning of my turn with my grots on the objective, but I just don't think I'm going to get it, so I'm actually going to get rid of that for now. Yeah, so I get 5 points for Storm Assault objective, and we'll go on to Richard's turn 4 to close. Right, Richard's turn 4, cleanse, so he has to do an action on an objective of a unit that's eligible to shoot. If he gets 1 objective, he gets 3 points. 2 objectives, he gets 5 points. Defend stronghold, so in my turn, he needs to hold his objective in his deployment zone. Richard, what have you done movement-wise, mate?
Okay, so the Whirlwind's stuck in combat, so he hasn't moved.
Stayed there, yeah.
The Scout tried to leave combat but died.
Yeah.
Trouble. The Rhinos drove up. He's going to try and charge into combat with these Storm Boys on the ground.
Try and take your objective back.
Try and get the objective back. So then I've played 1 CP to give the tactical doctrine to these Stern Guard veterans who fell back from combat.
Yep.
Then I put the over moment, well not then, but I put the over moment on this beast boss who they're going to try and blast in the face.
Yep.
Try and kill him off. Then they'll charge back into combat, possibly with the Squig Hog Rider.
Yeah.
Dreadnought advanced up. The tactical squad with the captain
doing the action
moved
on
up to
this.
cleanse this objective. I'm going to cleanse this objective once this orc is dead. So I need to kill this orc with these terminators shooting. Yeah, because
it doesn't actually say like cleanse the objective at the beginning of your shooting phase. It just says in your shooting phase.
So it's giving me a chance to do a play.
So yeah, so you can kill stuff, and then you could technically do it at the end of your shooting phase. But as long as it's eligible to shoot, you can still do it. So good play, mate. Good play.
Hopefully it pays off, mate. I'm just going to kill one orc.
That's all you have to kill.
Yeah, it's just 1 orc.
And these stay in combat because if they fall back, they could technically
could die because they're battle shocked because they're all getting eaten by a big shark squig.
Yeah. So cool.
And the Vindicator over in the corner.
It's reversed.
So it can blow some Storm Boys up.
Cool. So shooting phase. Right, end of Richard's shooting phase. Shot into the beast boss and got him down to 2 wounds. I put Ardis nails on for the -1 to wound, try and keep him alive. Then shot everything into this unit and killed all the beast snags and got the pain boss onto 1 wound. So obviously you can do that action on that objective now for the 5 points. Then shot into combat, did nothing. Vindicator killed pretty much everything here with help from the Whirlwind. So no grots left and no Storm Boys left. And then over here, you're doing a charge and you're grabbing that objective back if you make it. I think it's a small charge and needs like a 3 or something.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll that just on camera?
Yeah.
So he's in.
Charges in, so I should be able to capture my objective.
So he grabs that objective back. So we'll. Yeah. Have you got any more charges? You're going to do these as well? Might as well do it on camera.
Stern Guard charging the beast boss.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all the 7 there in.
Cool.
My Terminators charging. We've been all the 3.
I don't think they'll be in.
They might have messed that one up, mate.
Yeah.
I don't have any CP to re-roll that.
And I'm going to use my last CP to heroically intervene with this.
Has he got 1 wound left?
Yeah.
I can't charge that, it's cleansed.
Yeah. And I'm going to heroically intervene here, so the beast boss is going to get stuck in there. Right, end of combat. Mozrog managed to kill them Stern Guard, so he's consolidated into the Rhino and stopped him doing that action, which is pretty good. So it denies him, 2 points, but then it gets me 5 points in my turn for primary. He didn't manage to kill the Beast Boss, and the Beast Boss took 2 wounds off him in return. Then they killed the War Boss. The Squiggle Boy didn't do it back in return, but he tried, bless him. Then he killed with his tanks the last few Storm Boys that were there, and left these ones obviously weak, so they're not in combats. So you got for your secondaries, I'll be back to. So cleanse, you got for 3 VP.
Yes, because of Mozrog.
Yeah, in defense stronghold you're keeping that obviously because you get at the end of my turn.
Yeah, and you can't actually stop me from not getting that, can you? Because your Storm Boys, unless your Storm Boys were rolled amazing in combat.
The only way for me to get that is if I killed one of them with maybe some shooting. And then charge the tank or something. Highly unlikely, but we'll see in my turn 4. Right, beginning of my turn 4, bring it down. It's Human No Man's Land, so I have to kill vehicles. It's Human No Man's Land, I have to take objectives in No Man's Land. So basically my movement, I've dropped off my Weird Boy and sent my battle wagon over there to try and take care of them tanks. 6-inch charge for him, so I might have to keep a CP for that just to be safe. I fell back with a Squigog. He's just jumped on that objective as well, just so they can double team it. Mozrog is obviously stayed in combat, and the Pain Boss fell back so he could heal him. So basically it's just let's see what I can do, see if I can get these secondaries. I've got 10 for primary, so it's close on points. Richard's ahead on secondaries, I'm ahead on primaries. This is the last punch from the orks, so let's see what we can do. So charging's happened. The what's it called? Battle wagon has gone into the Rhino. The 3 Storm Boys have gone into both of the tanks, mainly hitting the Rhino, just tagging the other one. And nothing's happened over here. Mozrog's just staying in combat, so it's just going to be combats. Get back to you at the end of the combat phase. So end of my turn. It was a bit of a failure. It's No Man's Land. I only got for 2 points, and bring it down I didn't get. So I didn't manage to kill any of them tanks. I got the Rhino onto 3 wounds. And over here, Mozrog just failed to do not even 1 wound to the Rhino. I mean, them jaws are 5 damage, and the gut ripper's 4 damage on a vehicle, and I didn't get 1 through. So, and he obviously didn't take that objective because he is battle shocked now. So, I got 2 points for No Man's Land for holding this one here. But I think Richard's turn 5, he's going to run away now with these points. But I'll get back to you in Richard. Right.
Things we do to entertain.
So, extend battle lines, Richard drew, and behind enemy lines. This is his final turn. And I think now it's just a mop-up job to get them extra points for Rich. Extend battle lines is hold 1 in your deployment zone and hold 1 in the enemy's No Man's Land. Behind enemy lines is, as it says, get behind the enemy lines. 1 unit, you get points. I think it's like 2 points, maybe 3. 3 points, and if you get 2 units, you get 5 points. So should get 3, and on paper, if all goes well, you should get 5 for that, putting him on 8 points. At the end of this mission, you get 15 points for each objective you hold. So basically, Richard's just wanting to grab as many objectives as he can and get them 15 at the end to fly him ahead on points. This Rhino's failed battle shock, so technically, no one holds it at the minute. We're both contesting it, but all Rich has to do is kill one of them Storm Boys, and he has got that back for extend battle lines. He's put All for Moment on the battle wagon. Getting some good angles there, Rich.
Yes, mate.
And he has conga line these along here, grab this objective. He already had it, but he's just got the captain on as well. The stern guard have moved through here. They're heading towards that squigog boy and the weird boy. And he's stuffed them Terminators down that little gap to grab that objective as well. And cause problems with Mozrog with that dreadnought. And honestly, the thorn in my side, this Vindicator.
So max that Vindicator.
Oh mate, I hate Vindicators. So we'll get back to you and Richard's shooting. Right, Vindicator shooting at the pain boss. Go for it, mate.
+3, 4 shots at him. Hit him 4 times. Wounded him 3 times.
Wounded him 3 times. Let's go and get my dice over here.
Has he got an invuln save?
He hasn't got an invuln. So what's the minus?
3.
3. What's the damage? 3.
7.
7. So unless I roll 7 5-ups, he is dead. Few bits more of shooting happened. He actually killed the battle wagon. I would have got it on record if I knew that was going to happen, but I should have known better.
I fired my cyclones and my dreadnought on the other side of the battlefield. They fired into the rear of the tank.
Yep.
Because they were obviously given big 7th edition vibes and fired into its rear end.
Yep.
Then it had 5 wounds left, and I actually, because you can't fire blast weapons in engagement range, but that's not it's the battle wagon wasn't in engagement range with the whirlwind, so it fired almost point blank and rolled amazingly well because of the moment being absolutely brutal.
That's it, absolutely smashed him. So
down on it.
A few little plinks over here. He took a wound off the squigog. So just some charging. I'll get this on recorder.
Yeah,
if you know what you're doing.
I've got my stern guard are going to do a combi charge into your You're going to charge into both.
Into both, yeah. Go for it.
Why not? No good, no glory.
7 inches. In, yeah.
That should be enough, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My dreadnought's going to charge Mozrog.
Yeah.
He rolled a 3. I think I moved him close enough so even if I fluffed it, he's still in.
Do you want to double check there?
Yeah.
It's looking Yeah, definitely in. And is that all charging? I think it is, isn't it?
Well, these lads can't do anything really, so they're just going to stay on that objective.
Doing the conga there.
Yeah, they're doing a conga line. They did for no reason whatsoever. So
nice. So we'll get back in the combats. He took 1 wound off the squigog. I killed 1 marine in return. Not much going on there. I didn't do any wounds on them, and he killed 1 stormboy in return. Not much going on there.
My army's the Rhino and Whirlwind.
These attacked Mozrog, didn't take any wounds off, so I will be attacking them back. So I need a split, so I'm going to do Mozrog's Gut Ripper into the Rhino, and I'm going to put the teeth from the squig into the Dreadnought. I was going to use Unbridled Carnage to blow up on fire, so I've just noticed he's actually battle shock, so you can't use strats.
Oh right, well there you go.
So that is my Hail Mary done. So Gut Ripper, but let's just see anyway. Let's see if we can do the work. Come on, Mozrog, make up for it. So didn't get any exploding 6s, but dropped 1, and then strength 7, so he needs 5 and 6s. And nothing. It's been this all game, hasn't it, Rich?
Oh, he's been absolutely awful.
He's been.
He won't die though.
He won't die. This is the squig thing. 2 hits, 2 6s, and I'll make up for it. No. So you've got 1 save with that. I think it's like -2. So again, Mozrog does nothing. So end of Richard's turn, and that's end of your game. So behind enemy lines, he gets for 3 points. Extend battle lines, 5 points. I think we know what's happening here, but let's see what I can do with my turn 5 hitting back. So my turn 5, bring it down. I've kept obviously. Cleanse. I need to do actions on objectives that I control. I physically can't do cleanse.
You bring it down earlier?
Yeah, I've kept it. I didn't get rid of it.
Oh right.
These filled morale. Obviously, nothing they can do anyway there. These, I mean, if I killed these, I could get 5 points at the end of the game. You know, and no matter what Mozrog does, he can't really do it. I can just get a few bring it down points. So I'll get back to you on the roundup.
Basically, just pushing him back.
Yeah.
They're not really like trying to kill him. They're just trying to keep
That's
him
it.
away.
That's it. And he's just like a little kitten, really, biting the back of the rhino with like little human teeth on his shark or something.
Bite that booty.
So I'll get back to you on the roundup. Right, end of my turn, bring it down and cleanse. Bring it down, didn't manage to get. Cleanse, didn't manage to get. So basically, I managed to get 5 points at the end of the game for grabbing this. I've got 3 objective control in it. Richie's got 2. And then Richie got the big 15 for holding 3 different objectives. So we'll talk to you on the end of the game at roundup. Also, Mozrog, I forgot a few times he has anti-vehicle 4. I looked back on the footage and it didn't really make a difference. So yeah, it all came out on the wash. Sorry, Orc fans, but I just couldn't win that wave of Space Marines. Well played, mate. That was...
I hope the firstborn people feel vindicated by that.
I hope not. Because, I mean, from my point of view, I don't know what you guys seen, but from that turn 1, just catching them squigogs in my back lines, and just the damage you done with them guns, it crippled my army that much that I sort of, the assets I had couldn't punch back or couldn't get the points, and I just was hemmed in from turn 1.
Well, that was my plan. Before even, all I knew was I was playing Beast Snaggers. That's all I knew.
Yeah. And
I was just thinking, take out the Squig Hog Riders because they're the fastest. Take them out, then deal with the next. Yeah. The next lot, the next wave, the slower wave, which in your case was your tanks with your troops in and stuff like that. Mozrog, I dealt with him by just feeding him chaff to eat all game.
He didn't even eat them.
And he didn't even eat them.
Must have not been hungry.
He wasn't hungry today. I just filled, didn't he, mate? But I was really, really impressed by my firstborn's performance there. They were rubbish in combat, but the tactical flexibility of like falling back from combat and having the doctrines and stuff like that, and they've got some decent firepower, lots of missile launchers, crack missiles, las cannons everywhere. And I mean, the Vindicator is brutal. That Overwatch in turn 1. Yeah, man, that Vindicator. I'm going to be having nightmares about that for 5 6s on an Overwatch with a Vindicator cannon. Wiped out a squad of
that's banned from battle reports on it. That and the Iron Warriors one. But I mean, things like rhinos and that, I just think they're so good because
rhinos are
cheap chassis.
Amazing.
And you can get all the objectives in this edition with them. So you can do actions with them. You can be wholly within corners, table quarters, the centre to do stuff. You can deploy teleport armors with them. You don't just need to be infantry. You can.
That's exactly one of the things when it comes to 10th edition. Now, when I'm deploying, I'm thinking of table quarters for that objective. Yeah. Table quarters, table corners. Yeah. Centre of the battlefield. There's 2 for the centre of the battlefield. Yeah. There's 2 for the corners. Yeah. So I had a rhino in the centre, and I got the deploy teleport. So drove into centre, did that, and then I got the one for table quarters, which took like the rhinos and my other tank got that one. Yeah. And then if I'd drawn the card, which I didn't get this game, for table quarters, my rhinos and the people inside could have done that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that rhinos are amazing, and then they just sat and blocked objectives all game. Yeah. They were even beating Stormboys in combat there.
Literally, I couldn't chew through them. I was wounded on 6s. Stormboy strength 4. I mean, the Orcs excel in that war phase.
Out the top match.
Yeah, like I say, we just couldn't cut through. You're fast enough. Maybe if I'd have survived some of them earlier turns, I could have sent a few more waves, and it might have been a bit more. But just that first tip of
my advice to you was that instead of using the terrain to block line of sight and save yourself from shooting, because you did that, you put yourself so far back.
Blocking a true line of sight with vehicles and that.
Yeah, I would have instead. You've got like massive battle wagon, massive kill tank. You could have used those instead to get to the edge of your deployment. Or deploy behind them, use them. Yes, you're going to take the firepower, but you should be taking the firepower in your massive tanks. You shouldn't be taking the firepower in your squighogs.
Then that is a good point, but the problem it really comes down to is if you can get them little angles. If I've got squighogs hid behind there, you get that little angle like you did over here, where you can just see a head or a weapon. You've got the angle, so vehicles might be good to an extent. If you can see through a tiny little gap in the vehicle, you've got them squigog boys killed. You know what I mean? So they're good for cover, but having these ruins where it's just a square and you can just get it behind that square without any little gaps, but obviously at the corners I just didn't have enough space behind the ruin. But yeah, that would be really good for things like obviously grots and that. There's no chance. A squad of 7 Squigog boys, I just couldn't physically hide them on this layout. And I just paid the price. I mean, it'd be good to try and have another game and see what had happened if I did go first. The first turn,
I did deploy expecting you to go first, so my Terminators and my Dreadnoughts were sat back.
Yeah.
Rhinos were a little bit further forward just in case you catch me. Like you did in the centre, you caught my Rhino, you battered it.
Yeah.
The Marines then jumped out.
Yeah.
They weren't exactly safe, like half of them died.
Yeah.
Because you've surrounded it, but at least that's another reason why Rhinos are mint.
Yeah.
Because you just leave your guys inside, then the scariest monster in the universe could be ripping the Rhino apart.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
And then you just get out. And then if you want to run off, you can. Or if you want to countercharge, you can do that. That's just Rhinos are absolutely amazing. And the World Gear's free. So the last couple of days, I've been raiding my bits box and I've put a hunter killer missile on all my tanks.
Yeah.
Because they're all free. And with All for Moment, you're getting a strength, 12 damage D6 missile coming at you. Yeah. And all hits and wounds from all over the place.
How many points do I know?
They're like 85, 75, something like that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Something like that. One of the two.
Either way, 85, I still think it's good for a Rhino, like.
They even dropped the points of the Vindicator, you'll be happy to know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's 190 now.
190, yeah. Same as Mosrock.
Yeah, and what did he kill this turn? He killed all the Storm Boys, he killed your Gretchen, he killed all your Squigog Riders and that begins at 6. He killed your Noblin Smasher Squig, he killed your Pain Boss.
Yeah. I mean, man of the match for me, the Vindicator.
Oh, man of the match. Whew.
But yeah, it would be. I would like to maybe get some sort of rematch here. With both tweak lists. I know I definitely need a bit of tweaking.
Firstborn meta.
You heard it here first. So, but thanks for the game, mate. You absolutely smashed us and well played. Deserved the win. The Firstborn performed.
I'm buzzing, me.
Yeah, I would be. Really did well. But is what it is for the Orks. Sorry, Ork fans, but I'll come back bigger and better next time. So until then, see you next time. Thank you.